Did you wake up already tired this morning, before the day had even really started? If that is true for you right now, stay with me for a little while. I don't have a magic fix for that feeling, but I do have something maybe just as good. A few honest words and a prayer to carry with you into the day ahead. Good morning, dear friend. If you are watching this now, maybe it is with your first cup of coffee, still warm in your hands. Maybe the house is quiet because everyone else has already left for work, or because it is always quiet these days, more than it used to be. Maybe you are sitting by the window, watching the morning light come in, wondering what today is going to ask of you. I want you to know something before we go any further. You are not forgotten, not by the people who love you, even the ones who are too busy this morning to call and say so, and not by God, who sees you exactly as you are right now. Maybe tired already, maybe a little achy, maybe carrying something heavy in your heart, and loves you anyway fully, without asking you to feel any different than you do. Let's take a breath together before the day pulls us forward. Let your shoulders drop for just a moment. Whatever yesterday held, it is finished now. This morning is a fresh page, and we get to write the first few lines of it together, slowly, gently. Lord, thank you for this morning, even the parts of it that came a little hard. Thank you for the sleep I did get, even if it wasn't as much as I wanted, even if I woke up once or twice in the night, the way I so often do these days. I know you watched over me through those quiet hours too. You know this body better than I do. You know how the mornings start slower than they used to, how it takes a little longer these days to feel like myself, how the first hour of the day is often spent just convincing my joints to cooperate. Thank you for the stiffness that eventually loosens, for the coffee that warms my hands, for the small comfort of a familiar morning routine. Ease my joints today, Lord. Let this body carry me through the day with a little more comfort than it did yesterday. And Lord, you know my blood pressure, my heart, the numbers on that little machine I check most mornings before I have even had breakfast. I will not pretend a part of me doesn't hold my breath a little each time, but I don't want to start today afraid. Help me take my medication faithfully this morning. Drink enough water, move my body a little, even if it is just a short walk around the block or a few minutes in the garden. Let today be a day I take care of myself gently, not out of fear of what might go wrong, but out of love for all the good, ordinary days I still hope to have. For every friend of mine who woke up in more pain than I did this morning, who is starting today from a hospital bed instead of their own, I lift them up to you too, Lord. Let them feel less alone today than they did yesterday. I think about all the little rituals of these mornings now. Lord, the pills lined up by the sink, the reading glasses I reach for before I can even see the label on the bottle, the slow, careful way I get out of bed these days, instead of the way I used to just spring up without thinking. There was a time none of this crossed my mind, and now it is simply part of how my mornings begin, quiet and a little more deliberate than they used to be. Help me not resent that. Help me see it as its own small act of love toward myself, patient and unhurried. The same patience I have spent a lifetime offering everyone else. And on the mornings when a new ache shows up, or an old one lingers longer than I would like, help me remember what this body has already carried me through. All the early mornings spent nursing babies, all the years standing at stoves and sinks before the sun was even fully up. All the quiet mornings of prayer like this one. This body has been faithful to me for a long time, Lord. I don't have to be frustrated with it for asking for a little more gentleness now. I can simply thank it instead, the way I would thank an old friend who has stayed by my side longer than almost anyone else. And when I finish praying like this, Lord, I don't imagine you answer with silence. I like to imagine you lean in close, the way you always have, and say something like this to me quietly, in that voice only my heart can hear. My daughter, I have watched you rise every morning for more years than you can count, and I have never once been far from you, not on the hard mornings, not on the easy ones. This body you carry has served you faithfully, and I am not finished with it yet, and neither are you. Every ache you feel this morning, I feel with you. Every slow, careful step you take getting out of bed, I am walking beside you, matching your pace, never rushing you. You don't have to earn my tenderness toward you. It was already yours the moment you opened your eyes today. Hearing that, even just imagining it, does something to steady me before the day even begins. Lord, thank you for my children, wherever their mornings are taking them right now. Maybe they are already at work, rushing through their own busy start to the day, barely thinking of me at all this early. That is all right. I remember mornings like that myself. Once, when my own children were small and every hour felt too short. Thank you for the years I spent raising them, even the exhausting ones, especially the exhausting ones, because they gave me this whole life I now get to look back on. Bless them this morning, Lord. Keep them safe on whatever roads they are driving today. Steady in whatever meetings or errands or worries fill their day. Let something remind them of me sometime today, even briefly, even just a small thought that crosses their mind between one task and the next, and help me be glad for the full, busy lives they have built. Even from a distance, even when a morning goes by without a single text from them. Lord, I bring my daughter-in-law before you this morning too. Some days that relationship comes easily, and other days it takes real effort from both of us. And that is all right. That is simply how family works sometimes. Help me start today with patience for her, with grace for the ways we see things differently. Help me choose kindness this morning, even in a small text message, even in a passing comment. Instead of holding on to old friction, soften both our hearts toward each other. In your timing, not mine. And my grandchildren, Lord, wherever their morning has taken them, to school, to daycare, to a summer morning of play. Let today bring them something good, something that makes them laugh. Let me get the chance to see them soon. Even for an hour, even for a phone call where I get to hear their voice. Let me be the kind of grandmother who is easy to be around, patient, warm, always a little bit of a soft place to land. I think about how quickly their mornings have changed too. Lord, how not long ago they were small enough to sit on my lap for a whole morning. And now they have their own busy schedules, their own friends, their own worlds that don't always have room for a long visit with Grandma. I understand that, even when it makes me a little wistful. Help me be grateful for whatever time they do have for me. A quick video call, a hurried visit, a text message with a photo attached, instead of measuring it against the mornings we used to have when they were small. Let every bit of time with them feel like enough, because it is. And again, Lord, in the quiet after that prayer, I like to imagine you answering, not with a lecture, but gently, the way a good father speaks to a daughter he is proud of. My daughter, the love you poured into your children was never wasted. Even on the days it didn't look like it was landing. Every meal you cooked, every night you stayed up worried, every prayer you whispered over them while they slept. I saw every bit of it, and I have not forgotten one moment. They carry you with them even on the days they forget to call, whether they know it or not. And the tenderness you are learning now with your daughter-in-law, the patience it costs you. I notice that too. It is not small to me. Keep choosing kindness. I am softening what needs softening. In my time, I hold on to words like that. Lord, all morning sometimes. The way you had hold on to something warm on a cold day. Lord, I will be honest with you this morning about the quiet too. Some mornings the silence in this house feels different than it used to. Less peaceful, more empty. I make my coffee, and there is no one else's cup to pour. I glance at the second chair at the table, and remember mornings when it wasn't so still. I miss the noise sometimes. The hurried breakfasts, the small chaos of a fuller house. Even the parts that used to frustrate me back then. But help me remember, Lord, that I am not really starting this day alone. You are here with me in this kitchen, in this quiet morning light, in this cup of coffee going cold while I sit here talking to you. And there are still people in my life today who would be glad to hear from me, a neighbor I could wave to on my morning walk, an old friend I could call just to say good morning, someone at church who might be starting just as quiet a morning as I am. Give me the courage today to reach out first. Instead of waiting for the phone to ring, let today be a day I make someone else feel a little less alone too. Help me notice the small opportunities today, Lord, the checkout clerk who might appreciate an extra kind word, the mail carrier I could greet by name instead of just a nod, the neighbor's dog I could stop and pet for a minute on my walk. These little moments add up to something, I think, even on the quietest mornings. They remind me that connection doesn't always have to come in big visits or long phone calls. Sometimes it is small and passing, and that is all right too. Help me not wait for the big gestures before I let myself feel less alone. And when the quiet feels heaviest, Lord, that is usually when I most need to hear you answer. So, let me imagine it now, the way I do most mornings when the house feels too still. My daughter, you are not invisible to me, even on the mornings no one else notices you. I see the empty chair too, and I know what it costs you to sit across from it. But I am not a distant God watching from far away. I am here, in this kitchen, in this exact silence, closer than the coffee cup in your hands. The love you are aching to give someone this morning, give it anyway. To a neighbor, a stranger, an old friend. It will come back to you. Maybe not from where you expect, but it will come back. I breathe a little easier hearing that, even if it is only my own heart telling me what I already know to be true. Lord, my faith doesn't always feel dramatic or certain in the mornings, and that is all right. Some mornings it is quiet, just a simple decision to trust you with the day ahead before I even know what it holds. It is in moments like this one, sitting here before the day gets busy, choosing to believe you are good. Even on the mornings that start a little heavy, I think, some mornings, about all the years behind me, Lord. All the mornings I have woken up to since I was young, some hard, some ordinary, some so joyful, I still remember the exact light in the room. I didn't always appreciate the ordinary ones while I was living them. I want to appreciate this one, though. This morning, right now, this small, quiet gift of another day I get to live. Thank you for carrying me through every hard season that came before this one. There were mornings, years ago, when I didn't think I would make it through what I was facing. But here I am, still waking up, still hoping, still able to sit here this morning and talk to you honestly. That is not luck. That is grace. The kind I didn't earn, only get to receive. Morning after morning, for as long as you give me. Sometimes, Lord, I catch myself thinking about my own mother's mornings, and her mothers before her, women who stood in kitchens much like mine, who prayed quietly over coffee or tea long before I ever learned to. I still remember my mother's face so clearly some mornings, the particular way she hummed to herself while she worked, and I wonder if she ever felt this same quiet ache I sometimes feel now. This mix of gratitude and missing all at once. I like to think she is somewhere praying for me still, in whatever way that works in your kingdom. And I like to think that someday someone younger than me will remember my mornings the same fond way, will feel a little steadier because of some small thing I did or said. Let my life mean that much to someone, Lord, even in ways I will never fully know about. I don't want to spend today wishing I had done yesterday differently. Lord, I want to spend it noticing what is actually here. This coffee, this light, this small stretch of quiet before the day asks anything of me. Help me hold on to that kind of noticing all day long, so that by the time evening comes, I can look back and say this was a good, ordinary day, and mean it. And I believe, Lord, if I sat quiet long enough this morning, this is what you would say back to me about all those years behind me. My daughter, not one of those mornings was wasted. Not the hard ones, not the ordinary ones you didn't think to notice at the time. I was in all of them with you, and I am proud of the woman those years made you into. You don't have to have your faith figured out perfectly for it to be real. Simply choosing me again this morning quietly, without any fanfare, that is enough. That has always been enough. I want to carry those words with me today, Lord, further than just this kitchen table, all the way through whatever this day turns out to hold. So this morning, Lord, I bring it all to you before the day takes over. My health, my family, this quiet house, this heart that is sometimes fuller than I let on. I don't need today to be dramatic or perfect. I just ask for strength to meet whatever it holds. I ask for a little more ease in this body as the day goes on. I ask you to watch over everyone I love, even the ones whose mornings are happening far away from mine. I ask for peace, not because today is guaranteed to be easy, but because you are with me whether it is or not. Let me notice the good, small things today, Lord, the warmth of the sun through the window, a kind word from a stranger, a phone call I don't expect. Help me carry this morning's peace with me into the afternoon, into the evening, so that even if today gets hard later, I remember I didn't start it alone. And if today turns out to be a hard one, Lord, if the phone stays quiet, if my body aches more than I hoped, if the loneliness creeps back in around midday the way it sometimes does, help me remember this moment right now. Help me remember that I sat here this morning and gave the day to you before it even started, and that promise doesn't expire just because the afternoon gets difficult. Meet me again there too, wherever there turns out to be today. Thank you for this morning. Thank you for the day ahead, whatever it holds. Thank you for being here with me before I even asked. Amen. Before I let you go and get on with your morning, I want to sit with you a moment longer, if that is all right. I know mornings can get busy fast, but let's not rush this last little bit. If this prayer met you where you are this morning, I would love for you to send it to someone else who might need a little company too. A sister starting her own quiet morning somewhere. An old friend you haven't checked in on in a while. A neighbor whose mornings might be just as still as yours. You never really know whose day this might soften. Think for a second about who came to mind while I was talking. Maybe it is someone who lost a husband recently and is still learning how to start mornings alone. Maybe it is a sister far away who you keep meaning to call. If a face came to mind just now, that is probably not nothing. Send them this video this morning, a short message, something like, "Thought of you this morning." Sending you this could mean more to them than you would guess, especially if their morning started as quiet as yours did. Sometimes the kindest thing we can do with our own morning is pass a little of this peace along before the day gets busy, so someone else doesn't have to start their day feeling quite so alone. And if mornings like this one help you, even a little, I would be glad to have you back again tomorrow. Same quiet, same honesty, same prayer. Whenever you need it, go on now and have your day, dear friend. Whatever it holds, you don't have to carry it alone. You are loved more than you know, and you were never really alone this morning, not for one single minute.